Hey everyone, it's Simil Wickens here again. Um, just a little disclaimer. I figured out how to do the speed build, and plus, I figured out how to knock that PS4 thing off first. And also, in my other house, which is literally next door to this one, I forgot to do it evenly. I think there was like three on the top. But anyway, it's all even, and I double checked it while I was doing it, as you'll see. So I started off just making a sort of square house, but then I just wanted a bit of different thing. Never ever done this sort of style before, and as you see, it's nearly done, but it ends up becoming an eye. And I've seen a lot of other YouTube simmers who have done the alphabet challenge. Did not intend it to do that, but here's my problem. I wanted the middle bit of the eye to become the front, entrance, and I was having trouble moving it. And I honestly thought I wasn't going to be able to get it moved, but I did. And then I brought it closer, and then I started to put the patio on. And you will see the mouse go a bit jittery sometimes, or me stopping to move it because my hands were going numb and shaky. But I wanted to do the video in one straight take, so yeah, I'll do that, and then I lift it up, and now I am just about to move that back, but I need to move the patio back. So yeah, I'm doing that. But this again also came to just a small house, which is what the house before that I did was, which I was quite surprised at because I was honestly thinking it was going to be a small home, or not even that, but obviously it came to a tiny home. So now I'm just picking the stairs, and I was getting really picky with the stairs for some reason. I didn't want to go for my usual, which you'll see in the other bit in the video I did, but I thought, oh, brown, I can find a nice wallpaper with that, and it's fine. So obviously I'm just picking the railings, and then I couldn't find the fence with the same railings, so I changed the railings. But it's all good, I wasn't fussed about that. And then I took about a minute or so trying to find the right wallpaper, and I don't know why, because I was trying to find when it's with tiny homes, a lot of simmers on YouTube have said, James Turner has said, that you need to have colours. So I was trying to do that the best I could, and I was going to go for bricks, but then I thought that doesn't look very bright, and this is where I come to my conclusion that I've mucked up the stairs in my head. So yeah, I'm just literally doing that now and realising that I am screwed because I can't think of anything. So yeah, I'm just going through the motions of trying to find it, and I do just end up going for a normal paint colour, which is a light yellowish sort of colour. So yeah, I'm still just going through the motions. I was going to go with this, but then I thought it was... No, yes, I did go with this. I went with this colour, but this is the part where I think I changed the stairs. Yeah, I do the wallpaper and then I change the stairs. So yeah, after I do this, I start getting the front porch sorted, and I do the tiles for it and everything, and then and then I sort the windows out. And after I make sure for the windows they're not as modern as literally just the see-through ones, but I also again I do like the natural light thing that you can do for traits, and obviously you can't just put a natural light on a trait of a house and then obviously there are only one or two windows. So yeah, I've now changed the stairs, and yep, just gonna go through the motions of getting the doors and the windows, and I take a lot of time with the windows for the front two sides because I wasn't too sure what sort of windows I wanted, but I go to the flowers and I use these racks from Tiny Home, which are absolutely lovely when you put them next to the door, because it's just a little finishing touch, if you would say. So yeah, and I take a lot of time again with the windows because there are some windows in The Sims that are kind of you don't want to use, but then you do want to use for specific reasons, but then some of them are too big, some of them are too small, and see there, I was going to go with them, but then I just saw the difference between the windows and the doors, and I was like, is that really right? So I just kind of went with, in the end, I think a sort of like medium sized window, and I made sure they were like, I can't remember if I put them at the same height or up above, but with the other side of the house I used a 3-way mirror, so it's like a 1, 2, 3 size obviously. Yeah, so I go with them because they're like a sort of same height, and obviously there was a sort of like colour in it which matched the door. And then this is when I choose the 3 mirrors, and I put them on the 4 sides of the eye. I don't put them across because I didn't particularly want to, because like obviously there's natural light, but there's also, you don't want to bring the whole world into your house, and you don't want it to be modern. And where the 4 windows are, where are the 4 main rooms are, so obviously the kitchen, the living room, the bedroom and the bathroom. And so while I'm just picking another colour for the inside, because I just wanted to get that sorted, and picking lights, and picking obviously the tile for the outside, I decided to use a Murphy bed, purely so it could be classed as 2 rooms, and so you get possibly a bit more for your money. Whereas obviously in my tiny modern home, it's not as spacious, and you only get 1 room and 1 bathroom. Whereas if say for example you wanted someone over, you could, because you've got that extra bed. So yeah, so it is 2 bedroom, this one, and 1 bathroom, purely just because I couldn't get another bathroom in here. However, like where the door is, the sort of walkway to everything, the living room and the front room is like open, so it's an open space. However, they are like off cutted. You do know where the front room starts and the kitchen ends, and vice versa. So yeah, I'm just sticking the lights in now. I'm realising that I haven't put the paint on everywhere, which was really stupid of me, but I was really quite happy that I actually knew what I was doing and like I wasn't just faffing about. So yeah, I start with the living room, and like I said, I used Murphy bed, but I also wanted to make sure I had a lot of colour in this one. So I picked this one with like the little side, so you've got like books and things, and then obviously I wanted them to have a TV and a table, so it was quite hard picking like a table. It sounds really stupid, but when you want it to match with something that you're doing, you want to make sure that it's right. So I went with this table because I thought, oh, it's red, that's red, but then like it wasn't going to the colour that I specifically wanted, so I went from that one trying to find the right colour. And then I eventually went back to the tiny home small table, which obviously you'll see me pick out in a minute. And then yeah, because it just worked a bit better with obviously the Murphy bed, but because I have seen like other YouTubers try to do things without like the tiny home stuff, so like the Murphy bed and things like that, but it is really really difficult. So yeah, here I'm just obviously putting a TV so like they can have some stuff, and I decided to put carpet on the living room side, and I put it as white, so obviously like it enhances the red bit. But I wanted like a clear difference between the reds, the front room and the kitchen. So I made sure that I had pictures and different things like that for the front room, and obviously carpet for the front room, because where the kitchen is, I do personally like putting wood in kitchen, like laminate flooring. So yeah, I did that, and then I just put an extra layer of carpet because like the little thing was going. So yeah, that's the whole front room done. It's not much, but I think for what you're trying to do for it, it's quite good. I was trying to do something for the dogs, but then I thought like you've got to think of the Murphy bed and things like that, so I essentially just left it at that, like when it gets to it. So then I just started on the kitchen, and I thought, wait, so if the Murphy bed's red, why don't I do the kitchen reds, so like little red kitchen bits. So yeah, I started doing that, and I wanted to start obviously the kitchen basically more or less where the front room finished, which I quite like as a feature. So yeah, and I decided to move the windows up so they weren't in the way of the counters, and I didn't want to like make it look weird for the other windows, so I put them up too. So after I've done this, I put the fridge next to like the cabinet of the Murphy bed. I do put the oven there first, but then I think, oh, the oven might be better like away from fire hazards. So I put that there, and then obviously I put the fridge there. And normally, I don't particularly like have it so squished. I normally have like space to like move it. But then obviously I put the sink in next to the oven. But this is where it gets really weird for me, like, because I just think, oh, I'll just change the colour so it's nice. But then again, when you get specifics, it's really hard to like pick specific colours. And obviously I don't particularly like overhead cabinets, like, because I just find them, you'll see now, I find them quite tricky to place. But I decided to just put two there for like, so it just looks a bit more authentic with the plates. But I normally don't like doing over the head counters because I just find them really hard to place, and that I just get so frustrated with them. And I decided just to put an ice cream maker there just for a little, obviously, decoration. I was going to put a microwave there, but then I thought they've already got the oven and the fridge, and they already supply a lot of food. So I think next off, after I've done the woodwork, which didn't take me that long because I do like the style that I've chosen now, that I know, and I normally use that style for most of my kitchens. I know it's a bad habit. And then I go to the bathroom, and I just literally corner those two off purely because they're obviously privacy things. And like, personally for me, if I was in a bedroom staying over someone's house, I wouldn't want to personally just be there. Like, someone can just like kind of walk in and say hello, because obviously the Murphy bed is normally, well, in my experience, it's normally for people who like, you know what I mean, people who already live there, and they normally give the guest room to there. So that's basically what it is, essentially a guest room, because it is a single bed. So here I'm just making the bathroom. I decided to like put the door kind of in the middle, so like I've got kind of just enough space for a toilet and a sink. I was going to put a shower/bath in, but then I realised that again it sort of compromised the window. So I just went with a shower, and it just, obviously, I changed the colour a little bit of the shower, and then I decided to put extra decorations in them, just like obviously the toilet paper, because we need that, especially in the coronavirus pandemic, and obviously a tea towel to dry your hands. And again, I was looking at the colours for the sink, and I was like, only green and black, and I'm like, I'm not going to put it in green, obviously, purely because my mum thinks that's a superstitious colour, so I normally stay away from it. And I do size down like things like the hand towel, because they don't need to be like hugely big, but they don't need to be small either. And I go from different mirrors at the time because I wasn't really too sure what I wanted, but ultimately I go with the tiny home mirror. But I do, obviously, I don't want to do like another tiny home at the moment because I've already done two, and like obviously this one was like without kind of really knowing. But I want to kind of, next time I build a tiny house, I kind of want to try and do it without the tiny home stuff, because I know a lot of people have actually tried doing that. So yeah, that's something that I do want to really try to do. So maybe like after I've built like a big house, I might try and do a tiny house. So watch out for that. But obviously, as always, just put a comment if you want to see like a specific build or a specific challenge. I don't have a lot of packs. I have Parenthood, Laundry Day, Tiny Living, Cats and Dogs, and Island Living. That's about it. And obviously the Christmas stuff and that, the Rockstar one that you get free. But obviously I don't have a lot of money, so I can't buy all the packs immediately. So yeah, so I'm just literally finishing off the bathroom here, obviously the bath caddy, so it looks a bit more in with it, like, because when you go in the shower, all of your like soaps and shampoos normally get wet anyway. So I want that there, but also I wanted a picture in there, so I just went with this really cute like hanging there baby cat thing, which I always used to find really funny when I was little. So yeah, I'm literally just finding it here, and I thought it was like incredibly cute. So I'm literally just finding the right bit of wood to put up there. And then after this, I stick the drawers in for the bathroom and the bedroom, and I made them the same purely just because like it was easier, and like I didn't want to have like specific doors for specific things apart from the front door and the back door, because I do a sort of outside to this. So yeah, I'm just doing some tiling for the bathroom, which I like doing as well. And I went for this kind of blue one because again it's a light colour and it sort of brings the light to it. So yeah, I'm just about to do the bedroom. There you go. And I was going to try and do a double bed, but then I just looked at the size and thought, no, that's not going to work. I'm going to go for a single bed. And again, I looked at the green and I was like, ugh. That just looked like something a frog would sleep in. So I just got a stool, end stool, and again used some flowers I really liked, which were the 3 flower pots, which I just find gorgeous, and then like a dresser at the end just to make it feel a little less bare. And I know this bit is like the sort of colour that it is for the kids, but I personally like it. I think it's adorable. And then I go to the misc in the kids room because that's where all the misc stuff is, and I put a makeup thing on there and a perfume set, and I changed the colour of the makeup set because I didn't want it to like be all pink, because like obviously you never know who's going to be staying there. So yeah, I do that, and then I have a bit of trouble putting the perfumes on there because I didn't get it up to the right height. I just put it a bit higher, and you'll see when I turn around I figure this out. Yeah, it's like so higher than it's supposed to be, so it's all out, it's all good. And then I put a black and white sort of carpet onto the bedroom just because I didn't want it to be bare. So I do this, and then I realise something really, really stupid. That there was one tiny bit missing that was covering the hole, and it was right there. So I decided to I tried my best to like try and cover it up, but it wasn't working. So I decided to put a lamp there, and it was blue, but it kind of just put the room a little bit, and I just took away one of the lights because it was actually quite bright. So yeah, that's the colour, and then I just changed the colour so it's a bit yellow, not blue. And then I go round to the back garden in a minute when I decide what I want to do. Sorry, I just moved my mic there. Oh yeah, I decided to do the foundation bit, but I wasn't too sure what to do, so I just kind of went with the plain one. And then after this I start to do the back garden, and there was really nothing to the back garden really. I mean, I put the stairs down, obviously the railings, so obviously no one gets hurt, and I put some small well, they weren't small at the start, but there were some big trees that I made small that were really quite nice, and they just kind of fitted in like when they were smaller, which I'm just about to de-size now. Like they were just kind of there, and it sort of just fills in the blank. And for like the outside, I just kind of put like very simple things because I didn't want to make it over the top because again it's still a small home. So I just put like like a bench and an umbrella there for like people to eat outdoors. But I tried to make them like not as expensive as I could, purely because like obviously it could be a start home for someone. And then I put a cheap barbecue on there, and then I put the water slide that is with the outdoor pack. Sorry, I had the outdoor pack as well, because purely just because I wanted to just put that in there for some reason. But I had to obviously change it around. And then I just put some monkey bars in there because like I just wanted to. And like obviously now I had to do the roof, and I do fully apologise for like how bad my roofing skills will be like in a minute. Oh yeah, I forgot to put a back door on there. Like I was thinking like what else do I have to do, and then like I totally looked and there was like a completely different door. There was like no door. So I'm just about to do the roof and like just pray for all roofs. I tried a couple of times. That didn't work. This one didn't work. The praying didn't work because I was getting really confused. And I was like, why isn't it going over? So I tried to move it thinking, oh, it's like where it is. And then once I'd sorted it, I'd realised, no, I can't deal with it. So I deleted that, and I just went, I think in the end, I just go for the normal square roof, like there. And I do it for one, and then I do it for the right side as well. And then the in-between bit is where I started to struggle. Because I was like, how am I going to do this without, like, making it look weird? Personally, I still think it looks weird. Personally, I still feel like I need to grow as a roof builder. So in the middle, I just kind of used the same... Well, I went to go use the same thing that I used for the... which probably would have been better. But no, I end up using a half wall because that's me being clever, and just try to drag it to the other side as much as I can. Obviously, I want to put these roofs down because I don't want it to be like too in your face. But yeah, I decide to just like try and pull it so it looks as normal as possible and push it down. So yeah, that is my tiny home. I put it as the I, like in brackets, the I, because yeah. It was just something that I thought would have been a bit weird but funny at the same time. Obviously, like I said, it has 2 bedrooms, the Murphy bed and the spare room. I decided again to do traits. I put it to convenial so people can come over, homey, and natural light because it has got a lot of natural light again. So yeah, I put it as the I, but obviously I just did that purely because it was alphabetical. It was like the alphabetical challenge, but it wasn't because I didn't start with the A, but it just kind of turned into I. But thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe.